Welcome to the Dollface Dojo. I am your host, Dollface. Starting this bad boy at 2:02. Hello and welcome back to my Beauteous Maximus Divine Collective. All right, so the title of this is A Tower is abrewin, and these beings are about to be real, what did I say? Shocked and shooketh, right? So there's a tower for some Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, narcissistic, feminine, possibly a Leo, Aries, Sag, and then I saw a bunch of others, okay, who were all lying about a high priestess, lying, plotting, planning on a high priestess, stalking a high priestess for money or for something. But yeah, it doesn't seem like that's going to be working out, and that's the truth. Beings from your past, beings from the past who are stuck in the past, who could be alcoholics or drug addicts, psycho, schizophrenic, suffering psychosis, trying to go in karmic cycles. Somebody's moving forward with the truth, or you're moving forward, you know the truth. You've had a breakthrough of something, or you're about to have a breakthrough because you've transitioned, you've moved forward, you've healed, you've gotten away from these beings. These beings keep trying to come towards you recklessly. They keep trying to go in karmic cycles of moving forward towards you. And I'm burping. But it's not exactly brilliant, is it? They're supposed to be smart, I thought. I thought they were supposed to be smart. They don't seem to be too smart. You're being rewarded for healing, my earth angels. You could be Sagittarius or Aquarius, or a Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Or these could be the signs that are coming to keep trying to come towards you, keep trying to go in karmic cycles with you, but you've moved away because you know the truth about these beings, because you're not playing their game. So you're being rewarded for healing, for being a star, for being an earth angel, for being balanced, for continuing to be balanced through whatever tower these beings have been trying to cause you. Yeah, something is ending. Some cycle has ended. You have ended some cycle, or something is coming to an end here. These beings keep trying to go in karmic cycles with you, but you've already ended the cycles, and you're out of it. You're out of it. Your hands are like, I have no freaking part in this. This is psychotic. I'm not dealing with psycho shit. I'm balanced. I'm healed. I'm getting my wishes fulfilled, or I will be getting my wishes fulfilled. I'm doing as I'm meant to do by the universe. You're blocking these beings that keep trying to block the truth with their lies, their deceptions, their eyelash glue on my cards. Eyelash glue on my cards. Yeah, they keep trying to block the truth with their lies. So they're just toppling lies on top of lies on top of lies. But you're enlightened to this, okay? So you've blocked them. You've blocked anybody who's going to be lying, liars, betrayers, deceivers, two-faced, con artists, sneaky, plotting and planning. These are all being blocked, okay? You've rejected them. You've refused them. You're getting wish fulfillment. Look at that now. Look at you, cruising. Third parties that collaborated, or somebody who wants to collaborate with you, somebody who knows the truth. Somebody who knows the truth might want to collaborate with you, or just third parties that collaborated against you with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Aquarius. Oh, God. So third parties are still trying to collaborate to do love spells and sex magic and whatever else that they fucking do. But you're getting passionate in the beginning. You've manifested this. You've manifested a new start in love because you have self-love. You're attracting. You're manifesting. You're attracting. You're bringing all the elements together and bringing the physical and the spiritual together. You're very powerful. Okay? Leo, Aries, Sag, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Beings that are two-faced, beings that keep going back and forth. They keep thinking that their plans to do the sex magic or these love spells or something is going to work on you when it's not. So they're going to try to send in somebody to communicate with you, or they try to send beings towards you around your home to try to trap you or enslave you or keep you restricted or keep you in a mental prison or have you going back and forth with them or something to that effect. That's not working. because you've moved forward. You've healed. You're staying balanced. You're getting wish fulfillment. You know that God is going to handle these bitches who are gang stalking you and trying to cause you drama, chaos, opposition, adversity, struggles, like somebody using excessive force and control. Aries, Taurus, bunch of third parties, Libra, bunch of third parties that are trying to escape their karma, causing injustice, causing imbalance, causing unfairness, trying to disrupt your life with their horrible fucking decisions and actions, trying to use excessive force and control, turned away from God, not on a path of holiness or righteousness, on drugs and alcohol. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, masculine, who's obsessed with status and wealth. Virgo, Gemini, who's very dark and promiscuous and does very dark shit. And then a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, masculine, who is emotionally manipulative. So we've got Aries, Libra, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, masculine, Virgo, Gemini, possibly feminine, doesn't have to be. And then we have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, masculine. All trying to use excessive force and control, trying to keep you in a mental prison, trying to keep you trapped, restricted, trying to cause injustice, unfairness, and imbalance in your life on drugs and alcohol, and have no connection to the divine whatsoever. Have turned away from any morals, values, or ethics. They aren't learning the lessons. They're just not getting it. That they're under judgment. All these third parties are under fucking judgment for trying to hurt you, for sending in beings with love offers, okay, just for money, or thinking that they were going to get money or something. 10-10, you've ended these cycles. You've ended karmic cycles. So the stress and burden, you're done. You're done. You're done. You don't care how they're trying to ultimately defeat you. You don't care about a fucking twin flame or anybody in your fucking family or anybody around your home, okay? Beings could be getting arrested. Beings in your family, beings around your home, beings... your twin flame, everybody getting arrested. You came up against crooked cops, crooked judges, crooked lawyers, they're being found out, you know what I'm saying? Anybody who fucking came up against you, because you're not the one to fuck with. Somebody who attacked you is hanging down their head Tom Dooley because they're not getting paid for a damn thing. They were under some illusion that a lot of beings were under an illusion that they were going to get success and victory if they moved forward towards you, if they had beings move around you. You've moved away from the illusions, the stress and the burden, all this shit. These beings are ending up with fucking nothing because all they did was try to attack you and slander you. You stood your ground, you put up your boundaries, you meant it, you said it, you meant it. They keep trying to attack you and to death, cause painful endings and betrayals and death in your life. But you've released this. You've released these toxic beings. You've released the negativity. You've released the whatever. You've released it. You're done. 7:57 on the clock. I don't think I have a 7:57, but I should. Hold on. And I also saw 60:60. You might be having some really vivid dreams at this time. You're following your intuition. You know that everything is not what it seems. You know that these beings are just projecting or creating illusions and deceptions about you. Yeah, man. These fools around your home or in your family were under some illusion, laughing, partying, drinking it up, like fucking thinking that they got one over on you or whatever, but you walked away from them. You walked away from their tactics and their bullshit because you have self-love. You put an end to it. Now they're going to have very bad endings in their life. They could be suffering death. They need to walk away from trying to cause your death or trying to cause you fucking to have a bad ending or trying to fucking create illusions and deceptions. They're not going to because they're stupid. So they're going to continue down the path that they're on while you continue down the path you're on, which is two different paths completely. 9:19 on the clock. I do have a 9:19. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Good Lord. Oh, I know I have it. Okay. A new chapter is about to begin. 10:10, right? End of a difficult time. So anybody trying to give you a difficult time, this is coming to an end. All right. But again, death, 10:10, ending of cycles. Okay. Growth and positive energy. You have the strength and wisdom to move forward as you do. Okay. Trust the universe's guidance and the divine plan. Support from your guardian angels. Ooh, child. You're going to be telling a different story very soon, a story of how miracles found you, a success story filled with so much inspiration. How exciting. Manifestation of your dreams, which I was just talking about, your dreams. Your dreams may be very vivid. They may be very clear. You may wake up, you may remember the whole thing. And you could be kicking ass in your dream. You could be like rescuing people in your dream. You could be saving people in your dream. You could be like taking out predators and pedophiles and everything else in your dream. That's for some, that's not for everybody. Okay. But also you could be dreaming about past lives. You could be dreaming about who you're meant to be, what you're meant to be doing, anything. But your dreams are about to be, you're manifesting your dreams, okay? Again, you're a very powerful master manifester, okay? So self-reflection and spiritual evolution, and a phase has ended and a new door is about to open for you. And I've been picking up on that a lot. A new doors are closing while new doors are opening for you because you've walked away from all this bullshit that these beings keep trying to implement into your life. You don't have time for it. It's not for you. They were never supposed to be there. These beings that keep trying to hinder you or distract you or stop you or block you or cause your death, they ain't nobody. These bitches ain't nobody. Like, they don't fucking matter. You know, they're a page in the great novel of your book. They're not even a fucking page. They're a page, but they're, you know, they're a page, but they're not a page, right? A page in your book. They're just a motherfucking page in your book. That's all it is. You're just like, and I'm about to close this chapter of this book. I'm not willing to reread it. I've worked on myself. I'm working on my craft. I've mastered my craft. I'm learning more about my craft. You could be working, somebody working with third parties is coming to rest. You could be moving forward. So working, any third parties that were working against you, they're being put to rest, okay? Sickness, hospitalization, illness, death. Deaf. I said deaf, not deaf. And you're moving forward. You're making a lot of progress. You're studying, you're working, you're doing things that are for the highest good of you and the world. You're of service to self, or some of you maybe. So these bitches are of service to self, right? But you're of service to humanity, okay? And you're moving forward with a lot of progress. The universe is proud of you. You're spreading your wings. You're flying. Look at you just, woo, flying, okay? And these other bitches are being put to rest. Why? Because you're a divine feminine. Because you are the divine feminine, and you're standing in your power against all the spying, lying, gossiping, rumoring freaks that keep stalking you, thinking they're going to get money, but all they're going to do is reap what they sow. You're a leader. You're a leader. 1245. I have a 1245. I have a 1240. I'm sure I do. I've made a lot more recently. All the ones I've been seeing. All the ones I haven't been seeing. Oh, I don't have a 1245. Blasphemy. That is blasphemous. I don't. Let me remedy this right now. Remedying 1245, motherfuckers. All right. So, you are investing in whatever it is you do, and you're working very hard, and your hard work is about to pay off. Okay? You are a single, independent, successful being, and you are going to continue being a single, successful, independent being because all these beings that have tried to put you to rest, again, you've walked away from. Okay? You're very balanced. You're very harmonious. All these beings that laughed about what they were going to do to you and how they were going to stop you and how they were going to delay you and how they were going to kill you off and how they were going to move forward and have people move around you just to try to... You're like, man, whatever. I don't see you. You don't fucking matter. Bunch of nothings. Some Libra, Gemini, Aquarius who's leading people down the path to hell. Very self-centered, very arrogant, egotistical, talk shit, doesn't ever speak the truth, just a pathological liar, right? And a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn who's also fucking childish, immature. This could be a child, but they're Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, child, all right? We got beings here. We got a whole bunch of beings here. Got like a mother and a son, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or it could just be two beings in the same family, or it doesn't even have to be the same family at this point. This could be anybody. But you got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, all sat back and laughed and partied and thought they were going to be able to destroy you. 1441 on the clock, okay? They all sat here lying about you, gossiping about you, slandering you, having other fucking morons believe their bullshit, okay? No minds of their own. They're spiritually broken, mentally and emotionally fucking broken, okay? They're emotionally blocked. They're getting very bad news in earthly matters because they wanted to be obsessed with dark divination, status, and wealth. They're very lazy. Okay, they wanted to skip scenes. They wanted your blessings and abundance without having to go through what they put you through. All right, they just want the rewards. They don't know what it takes to be a fucking chosen one or a divine being because they're not divine. They're all low vibe pieces of shit, right? 1441, you possess the inner strength and divine support necessary to overcome challenges and manifest your dreams. Progressive changes, like I was saying, you've made a lot of progress. There's going to be changes, growth, powerful energies. You are a powerful energy, okay? Perseverance and positive mindset will lead to the manifestation of our goals and desires, encouraging you to do all you can to make a better life for you and your loved ones because you can do it, all right? Share your knowledge and wisdom with others in unique and interesting ways. You are about to experience a period of great prosperity and good fortune. Good fortune. Pour toi. Okay, what was I saying now? These beings, all these beings that collaborated against you, that laughed it up, whooped it up, partied it up, they celebrated a little bit too fucking soon. Now they're going to be in shame and fucking regret because they're getting some sort of bad fucking news here about bad news in earthly matters, bad news in fucking everything. Because they're going to be reaping what they sow. A Virgo, and I'm burping, a Virgo, a Gemini, who are paying people from your past or paying these kids to try to trap and sacrifice you, paying people from your childhood to try to trap and sacrifice you. You could be a Leo, you could be very strong, you could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You are very loving and caring and nurturing. Your twin flame could have been very fucking two-faced, chose the side of the devil, chose to fucking have addictions and attachments and not heal shit, okay? So they're feeling ultimately defeated. They could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or a Capricorn. You're getting success and victory because you have mental clarity. You're getting a 10 of Cups while these bitches end up in poverty, broke, homeless, bankrupt, ill, alienated, isolated, sick, in prison, or dead. And that is that. That's where that fucking lies, right there. Yeah, in prison. All these beings, and it landed on top of these third parties that all collaborated against you. All these beings, Leo, Aries, Sag, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You got one of every flavor. You got multiples of every flavor here, okay? Going to prison. Colors of the rainbow over here for being two-faced, for having plots and plans against you. Well, and we're thinking that they were going to get some success and victory. Beings in the community are seeing them for what they are. Shape-shifting ass, two-faced, mask-wearing pieces of shit. While you go on being strong and getting mental clarity and standing in your integrity and telling the fucking truth and just doing what you do, overcoming fear, self-doubt, anxiety, stress, burden, whatever it is. You're strong as shit. You're brave, you're daring, you're courageous. You take on the fucking world. You got shapeshifters here. Okay, again, going to prison. All right, but you have mental clarity about all this, and you stand in your truth and integrity. This Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn that turned against you is ending up in homeless, broke, bankrupt, in poverty, isolated, and alienated because they wanted to choose the devil, because they chose a Capricorn, because they chose somebody, or they could be a heavy Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, right? This could be a whole dysfunctional ass family, okay, that wanted to trap and sacrifice you. So whether it's your family or Twin Flames family, just another fucking idiotic, dysfunctional family that of karmics who are egotistical, jealous, bullies, drug addicts, alcoholics, gambling addicts, sex addicts, whatever the case may be, okay? They try to trap you for money, but you've healed. You're very open to giving and receiving love. 66, right? Balance. We can come into balance. You stayed balanced through all this shit. You know what? It's funny because on my way home today too, I heard you have overcome a lot of trials and tribulations, a lot of challenges, a lot of obstacles, a lot of walls, a lot of barriers, a lot of blockages. You just bust through them like the Kool-Aid man. And I feel like these beings are shocked. I feel like they're really shocked, okay? Reminder of 66, reminder of the importance of balance, love, and nurturing in our lives. Your angels are supporting you in creating a life filled with love, harmony, stability. You have faith in the divine, or you're being reminded to have faith in the divine. Balance between relationships, family life, give back to others whenever possible. Be compassionate, be generous, and be determined. Stick with what you're doing because you're doing it well. You may not know what you're doing, but you know you're doing it well, okay? I think you've overcome the past. I think you've overcome beings from your past. I think you've overcome all of this. I think it's not even I think, it's exactly what's coming out here. It's not I think, it just is. You have overcome your past. You have healed a lot from your past. You've healed your inner child. You've healed, this is why you're being rewarded, 666. 666, mother. Encouragement to refocus, pay attention to any fixation you currently have on earthly problems or details. An obsession with getting everything right and taking things too seriously is a distraction from the bigger picture. I do this, okay? I do this. I will not make a decision without spiritual guidance, like down to what I eat, down to like what I wear, down to because everything shapes everything. Like the socks you put on that day shapes your whole day, right? So I'm guilty of doing this, okay? Not wanting to make a mistake, not wanting to fuck it up, but the fuck ups and the mistakes are where you learn, and that's something I have to redirect myself on. Is that, if I make a fucking mistake, it's okay because I'm gonna learn from it. These other beings out here who keep making the same mistakes over and over, going in these karmic cycles of making these mistakes and trying to put you on the line, they don't learn. But trying to get everything right and taking things too seriously, I do that. I do that, okay? So it's a distraction from the bigger picture. Fuck up well, okay? But learn from your fuck ups, learn from your mistakes, and do that, okay? Balance, self-care, and refocusing on what truly matters in life. Somebody could be very materialistic, okay? All these beings are very materialistic, okay? You need to resist temptation. Something in your life is about to change, so there we go again with the change, success and victory, and known as the mark or number of the beast, but that's not even the devil or Satan or Lucifer, which are three separate energies. They're not one, okay? Man is the beast, okay? This is the mark of the beast. We are the beasts, okay? Well, I'm not gonna say me, but I'm gonna say mankind in general are the beasts, right? So there's that, okay? You're allowed to fuck up. You're allowed to make mistakes. It's how you handle it and how you learn from it that shapes, okay? But me, I'm like, should I eat macaroni and cheese or chicken nuggets? Salad or chicken nuggets? And I'll go, should I work out today? Should I take the day off? And then I get told I'm working out too much, or now I'm being lazy. There's no happy medium, okay? You're either lazy or you're working out too much. Or I get told to stop working out because, you need to give your muscles and body time to rest, but I got the energy to do it, or do I look for, this position, or what do I do? You're allowed to fuck up. You're allowed to make mistakes. Okay, these beings, I'm not talking to these beings, I'm talking to the divine beings out here, all right? These beings have made enough mistakes and fucked up quite enough, but they did it at the expense of others. You're not doing it at the expense of others. You're thinking of others. You're like, okay, my actions affect the world, and my decisions affect, and I have to be a proper guiding light for other beings. So I have to fix whatever, I have to heal and fix and do whatever I need to do so that I can be a proper leader and a proper being. So, you don't want to lead people down the path to hell. These bitches all want to lead people down the path to hell. And I think that too is where you really get into not wanting to make a mistake and not wanting to fuck up, because you're helping lead others. You're a guiding light for others. But you are allowed to fuck up. You are allowed to make a mistake as long as take responsibility and accountability. Okay, I fucked up. I did something. I did something not right, and now I know next time how I'm gonna do it, and it's gonna be right. You know what I mean? You got to be the example for everybody else. It's a full-time job being a divine being and a chosen one. You have to be a proper example of what to be and who to be. And but you're not out here trying to control others either. You have that quiet, cool kind of power. You're like, I'm just doing me and being me. And if others choose to follow, then that's them. If they don't, then that's them. I'm not gonna, I can't control anybody. I can only control myself, and there's nothing else. So that's what I have for you guys. Short little message. I'm sure I'm going to come back with another one, hopefully. All right, so I will see y'all on the next one. I am out.